and welcome to the It's All Relative podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Timothy.
And this is episode 1, season 1.
Yes.
How you feeling, my man?
Man, I'm feeling good, brother. How you feeling?
I'm super excited.
Super excited?
I'm super excited to finally be able to be up and running.
For real. The humble beginnings, brother.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. How's it feel?
It feels great.
Yeah.
It feels awesome. It's been, it's been a long little road, but we're finally up and running.
Yeah, man.
So I'm excited about that.
Wonderful.
I also wanted to take the time to thank you. I appreciate you taking this journey with me.
Yo, thanks for bringing me on the journey, bro.
Oh man, it's a team effort.
It's a team effort, bro. It has to be.
It is.
For sure.
It's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be good, and like I said, I'm super excited. So we're starting out this first episode with an exciting special guest. Special guest to me. I felt in the beginning when we were setting this up, I only had one person in mind that I thought that would start out everything perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Wonderful.
And I'm excited. To hear from this man. So, all right, like I had said, we have a super special guest. Like I said, it's a great way to start the season. I think it's extremely hard nowadays to find somebody who is genuine, loyal, just like a real dude, like a real good person.
Yeah, like a nice starter, a real chill person.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So, this man is known to have the best abs in the state of Pennsylvania.
Oh, bro. The best abs?
The best abs. I
know.
I am honored to call this man a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathaniel Brown.
Word.
Thank you.
There you go, yeah, the claps.
I don't know about the best abs and but I mean, they all right.
Nah, bro.
I've seen,
bro.
Well, we looking at it, man. They good, man. You good, bro? No worries.
I've seen the Instagram pictures.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you got the Instagram pictures? Okay.
I try to keep a shirt on.
For sure, bro. For sure.
So, bro, no, I wanna thank you for taking the time to come and be a part of this. This is, like I said, super exciting for us, and I appreciate you making the trip. I know that you have recently moved from New York back to Philly with the wife.
Bless.
Yes.
And how is that? How is that all going?
It's going good. I mean, settling back into Philly, being close to family, just realizing that we was missing a lot by being away. My wife is settling into a job, doing what she do.
God bless. That's right.
Things starting to change for me, just starting to get situated, trying to find my avenue, my path that I want to go down, and just still trying to just better myself. But I think that just by me being home, I needed to escape Poughkeepsie.
It's all right, man. Be honest.
I needed to escape. So, but just by me being home, I just feel so much more confident. I feel like I got my second wind.
Right.
Ready to do what I gotta do.
So tell us, you're originally from Philly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you were born, raised in Philly,
Born, raised
and then
in Philly.
you came to New York when?
So born, raised in Philly, 25th and Jefferson. Graduated college, Lock Haven, Williamsport. From Pennsylvania College of Technology. Left PA, moved to Georgia. My wife was blessed with opportunity at Georgia Southern.
Okay.
We worked down there for about like 2.5 years.
Okay.
Then Maris reached out, blessed my wife with another opportunity to get closer to family. 13 hours.
Oh, of course.
From
going straight
Philly
up.
to Philly to where we was at in Georgia. We just couldn't do that. We really wanted to be around our family. So making that transition to Poughkeepsie.
Oh no, here it comes.
Get here, just things. Just sometimes you're just not compatible.
Of course.
I just felt like I wasn't compatible with some of the doors I walked through. So
that's unfortunate.
Wife gets another job, and then we moved back to Philadelphia recently. Been in Philly now for like 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, and it's going good. I'm glad to be back home.
That's all right. It's a good home. It's a good thing to have a homecoming, man. Sometimes if it's just not good where you are, like you said, it's not compatible.
Yeah.
You could either go back, or you may have to find some other avenue, some other place to go. But yeah, for you it was home. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell from how you sounding and how you're moving and everything. I can tell you're a family man.
Always
For sure,
families
bro.
First.
You're about it.
Families first.
I can tell.
First. Families first. God, family, self. All
God
the time.
bless.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. So tell us, do you prefer Nathaniel or Nate? What's
Nathaniel, if I'm in trouble, call me Nate. You know what I'm saying? I take Nate. But you know, I have pride in Nathaniel. I'm a junior.
Bless.
So appreciate my dad for all that he has done for us.
right on? Absolutely. So now you are the owner, creator of the ViciousOne program.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Been wanting to hear about this.
This is what I was excited about. This is what I want to know. So I want you to first explain what the ViciousOne program is. Like tell us or tell everybody what it's all about.
ViciousOne, where it is more than fitness, it's a mentality. We look to educate, train, and inspire. Educate for the understanding, train for the functionality, and inspire you to go out and do more than you already are doing. Not only will you be conditioned physically, you will also be conditioned mentally, and that's by any means necessary. So, like, I believe that fitness is the understanding of fitness. People just look at it as a physique, whereas though it's more so about that balance between the mental and what you can physically bring to the table. So
Interesting.
a lot of people aren't usually able to accomplish tasks and push through things because they just lack the mental capacity. It's not really the physical. The physical is the result of the discipline that the result of the discipline that you have to maintain and sustain like that consistency over time.
Right.
So you start to adapt.
Right.
And I just wanted to show people like it's very being fit and feeling good is the goal. It's you're not going to look like that person that you see on these TV shows where they they is looking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They sharp and they make a lot of sacrifices and they have unimaginable discipline. And it's all mental behind that. So if you're not correct in the mental, then you're not going to really be able to accomplish anything. So, so putting that first and helping people understand that. And the reason why I even created the business was because I was fired up here. I was working for the county as a mentor, and I was doing this fitness programming online for them. And I was getting like followers and stuff like that, and it was dope. And I'm doing it free. Like, I just believe in just passing on knowledge. I never would have charged for this. And then next thing you know, like, things get rocky at the job. I get fired, and then come home and talk to my wife. She's like, "Why don't you make this a business? Like, it's a passion for you. Like, can you imagine if that energy that you put into?" And that's why I call her my queen. That energy that you put
wonderful.
into.
Keep her forever, brother. You have to.
Oh yeah, this is
for sure.
You can coin that.
honestly,
I already know who's with me, no matter
God
what
bless.
down the road. I'm not going nowhere. But she gave me that validation, and then. Next thing you know, I just started putting things together and started getting a lot of respect behind it. And now I'm training people in person. I'm having a little bit of trouble right now, just trying to get transportation and.
It's all right. It's something that we have to work through. Yeah, don't worry.
It's growth.
Step in progress, bro. You at the beginning or even a little bit beyond. She already blessed you by telling you you can do it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that was all I really needed.
For sure.
To be confident and go very humble, and I believe in sharing knowledge, not charging people for it. So now I'm doing that. I do online services. I can create video plans. Like, let's say you got you just tell me what you got, like a couple dumbbells. I'll put together videos and things like that, and then craft little small programs, and then also offer in-person services, group services. So it's going well.
So you can create a program basically for anybody, anybody using, like you said, if someone only has X amount of equipment, you just by using what they have, you can set up a whole entire
Yeah.
That's dope.
So like we're so I was homeless a few times growing up, right? And then
Okay.
like so don't really need for nothing in my mind. Like you get it done with what you
Right,
got.
right. With what you
Right.
got, yeah, make it happen.
And from my mother and father down, like that we hustle. Like you just keep grinding, keep knocking on the door, and
That's
you
the
just
way
get
of
done with
life,
what you got to
bro.
do. And so like I like to use for real, I like to use the chair. We could be on a pier or something like that. I got a few videos on Instagram where I'm just at a pier and I just use props and rocks and everything to create the
Wow, not
workout
bad. I
and be
wasn't even thinking that
resourceful.
deep. Yeah.
Be resourceful behind the notion, be creative because
Right,
everybody want
right.
to do the same thing and you don't want to. It gets boring
It,
after a
yeah, it
while.
keeps it fresh. It changes
Like,
the dynamic. It's
mhm.
almost completely. So yeah.
Yeah, so like implementing that creativity and showing people that there should be no excuse because we all deserve to be healthy in some form of fashion. And,
Right.
and it's just about it's not about looking a certain way, it's about feeling a certain way. If
Right.
you
The mental.
exercise and you eat a little better, you give yourself that chance to feel good, and it's nobody judging you. Shoot, like I mean, everybody like to eat good food.
Actually.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah,
but
for
you
sure.
still gotta consider and pay attention to like what is going on in this world and some of the extreme lengths that these companies are going to make an extra dollar, like
Right.
modifying and stuff. And we don't need that. Like
Right,
it's not
right,
fair.
right.
If you're gonna do it, try to do it clean, try to do it organic, and stick with that.
For sure. So I got a question for you then. What is your ultimate goal for the Vicious One program? Like, how big are you trying to see it? Like the scope?
I think I can see myself opening a gym.
Okay.
I really want to be the biggest like mentor through this. Like, I want to get to the point where I'm funding my own mentor program and bringing people up. No matter what it is that you want to do, you don't have to want to be in the gym, but like just bringing you in, tying the fitness as being an activity, but then tying in like personal development and discipline and just moral skills that we need in today's world to be
Okay.
successful. I want that. Like because it was this program when I was growing up called the Covenant House of Pennsylvania. And when I say that, they grabbed me kind of like off the street and they implemented that discipline and consistency behind like,
The mentorship.
the mentorship.
Mhm.
They showed me that this is how this is who you can be. You don't have to listen to what these people tell you.
Right.
This is the opportunities that you have out here.
Right.
And as I gotten older, I just started to fall into that role, always being a mentorship. I was a captain of my basketball
Okay.
team,
Yeah.
3 years, and I always just looked to help people.
For sure. So,
So-
it came from like a place of like from the internal trying to be external. You're trying to give it to others.
Yeah, and I mean, I was raised on that. Like, my
that's
mom
wonderful.
is my mom is the most wide open person in the world.
Oh,
bro.
good,
Ah,
good, good,
that's
good,
Like,
good.
I get that, and then my dad is just about as gullible and hilarious as they come.
Oh, for
So
sure. You
put
need that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mix
to
that
get through the
balance
day.
in,
Yeah.
take that from them, and then you just want to treat people how you want to be treated in return. Spread love. I never look at anybody as a problem until we have a problem. I
For
give
sure.
give you a fair chance to show me who you are, and so that's the goal with ViciousOne. Make some
Okay.
gems,
That's real.
and then
That's
I'm
real.
gonna just try to make investments off of what I earn.
Oh, for sure.
But I really want to create like a mentorship to help the youth because we need to change the youth of today for the future. And if we get to, it's hard to change a grown man and woman because they stuck in their ways. But if we
Right. Hit them at
get
the
our-
youth.
we
Yeah.
start hitting the lower generation a
For
little
sure.
harder, then we can really change things today.
So that's the main focus of the program. That's who you focus on would be the youth. Because one of the questions I was going to ask was, is this for males, females, anybody, any kids, any age, or is there a specific age group or
Well,
a certain way that you want it? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So like as far as like the training services, everybody.
Oh, wonderful.
As far as like the mentorship, everybody. I want everybody to feel included, not excluded. And I believe that no matter how old we get, no matter what we do, we all can use some type of guidance.
Right.
And, if you're breathing, you have a chance to change your life.
I always say the same thing. Yep.
So I don't want to shut the door or limit anybody. The door will always be open to whoever you are, no matter your color, no matter your gender, no matter your beliefs. Just come through the door, be positive, carry good and honest intentions, and then we want to try to help you and put you in the best position possible to be better.
That's beautiful.
But I have to like personally thank you, because when I was coming up, I was looking for that. I was that kid that was looking for some sort of outreach. You know what I mean? For somebody to come and, my father wasn't around, so I didn't have like that upbringing that I was supposed to have. My mom was always gone, and I was taking care of my little brother. But I've always wanted. I mean, I'm older now. I found it myself, but it's okay. But like I always think back, like, damn, like somebody needs to have like some sort of outreach of any kind. You know what I mean? There's always a person like me looking for a person like you. So yeah, personally, thank you.
And I mean, when I got here, I had two jobs here. I got fired 7 times here, which is crazy.
Happens, bro. It's every time.
It was crazy. All different types of situations that we want to just throw away. But
it's okay. That's life, man. That's life. You good?
There was two jobs in particular where the most recent one where I was a mentor for the county, and then I was working with Upward Bound. Those jobs right there, the sense of responsibility I had working with youth, and every time I walk through a door, I'm like, I can relate to you.
Right.
And, no male or female. I just see something in you that I can relate to. I don't know what it is you're going through, but I feel something here that I can relate to. And I had met some great people. Some like all ages, man. I mean, from 9th grade on up. I worked with some interesting young men and women over the summer with Upward Bound. And me going through those experiences that I did with those 2 programs, is the burning fire. I think it turned it up a little bit.
Yeah, more. Man.
I always had the vision of wanting a program, but I actually had the chance to run one, to be in one, to see some things.
Yeah, to see it from the inside out. Yeah, for sure.
And it's dope to feel like you've had such a positive impact already on many people,
right?
On many people,
and that's what it. And it was like, I think with the Upward Bound, I had 150 kids usually, and then with the CAC, I was working. I had about like 75, and I had an individual connection with each one. Like,
that's even more beautiful.
That's the important thing
for sure.
The one-on-one connections are. That's why I always, when it goes back into like, when you think about like school settings and whatnot, like, school settings, you can have like, there's a lot of kids in a class and there's only one teacher. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that special one-on-one that you need.
May I say, I think, man, for any educator or anybody working with kids, we gotta, the older generation, or the older you are, then, you gotta become a little bit more patient in your interactions, especially with the kids today. They so quick to tell a kid that they wrong and label them with this, that, and the third, but you gotta give them that chance to express themselves so you can thoroughly understand their point of view. It's not about your point of view, it's really about their point of view, because you're the one who have experienced some of the things that they are about to go through.
Right. Sure.
So you should have a better understanding and a general understanding of where they're coming from.
Right.
And just be a little bit more patient and show a little bit more love.
Yeah.
Instead of like making it a combative situation. And that's what I try to do with all of them. Like, all right, I understand you probably did something that's they was doing some crazy stuff.
Right, for sure.
I understand you did that, but look, it's not. I'm not gonna come to you like I'm about to attack you, beat you down. Why did you do that? What events took place to lead you to that, making that decision seem okay? And then you sit them down, you talk to them, you can discipline, but you don't have to discipline always. And I guess like the expected manners, you can discipline in the conversation and just sitting across from them, And you can let them get back to their day to day instead of punishing them.
Right.
Let them know like, I trust you, but you messed up this time, but I trust you going forward.
Right.
And just like we really, as educators, as mentors, just elders or whatever, we really got to be more patient with you.
For sure.
And that could be, one of the most benefiting things is telling that individual that, I know that you messed up, but I trust you now to do. So me, if I had someone telling me that, now I know that next time I do something, I'm going to, I'm going to be a little more careful because I got this man's trust. Also.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to lose
It's
that.
important. I have a number of mentors that are the same way, where it's like, it almost changes you almost internally, because
Right.
you wanna be what you think is yourself,
Mm-hmm.
but you actually wanna see them smile. You wanna make them happy. You know that they've put this faith in you.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, when you had the idea of coming up with this program and whatnot, the name, how did you come up with the name?
I thought it was like it's just like it's not meant to be taken in an aggressive notion. It's supposed to be like a passive aggressive type of thing. So when you think it's something vicious, you think it's something very aggressive,
Right,
nasty,
right.
savagey. I say savagey. I don't know if that's the word, but like wildish and everything like that, powerful. And then when you think of one, it really comes down to the individual, in the path. So the logo, the little yellow look like weights, they dumbbells in the nose. A lot of people don't know it's a cartoon that I always drew. And my brother Andy, he was like, I like how you put that cartoon in that, John. Like, because I always drew it when I was young, and I still draw it every day. Even for when I meet a little kid, I draw it because
That's awesome.
I got.
Yeah.
So it's just like meant to be it's like to mess with the mind, with the mind, but also understand that like you gotta have that aggressive side. You gotta have that that you got to be able to turn that leaf over and go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, nothing can stop you. Nothing can hold you back. Like, I'm here to handle my business no matter what it is that you got to do. And, it's all up to you. You know,
man, I can see the passion, bro. I can see it.
Like,
I can see it.
It's all
yeah.
up to you. So I and just putting it together, I'm like, well, ViciousOne. I mean, like, I'm an aggressive dude. I'm a chill dude. Everything I have earned in my life, I feel like I have earned it and gotten it myself. I don't like to be given respect off the back. Like, I tell people when I meet them, like, let me earn your respect, trust, and loyalty. Let me earn it, though. Don't give it to me because of whatever you like about me or you have heard about me. No, let me go earn that. And
That's real.
I'm willing to put in that kind of work, like I'm willing to do that. So it just, I don't know, man. It's something like that.
That's wonderful,
like that.
man.
But
and I could really tell it's your calling in life too, man. Like you were really about
absolutely,
it.
like a natural born.
That's natural
leader,
for it. Yeah, for sure. We need that.
That's tough. Yeah, I nowadays, I think that finding somebody who has the skills and the ability to connect with a certain group of people, but be a leader and not quote unquote a boss. You know what I'm saying? There's a million horrible bosses. You know what I'm saying? And there's something completely different between a boss and a leader.
For sure.
Definitely. Leaders be on the ground.
Yeah. With alongside you because they were there.
Right, moving with you. They're not going to sit back. I'm like, just point the finger.
Right.
It's okay to facilitate, but you got to, like, for example, when I was in Georgia, I had the opportunity to be a director at a young age, man. And
okay.
Listen, the grounds crew, Mr. Ray, Connor, Justin.
Shout out to everybody down in Georgia.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them, man. Like, we had a really good team. They allowed me to lead. I had gentlemen who were generally old. They were older than me, but they gave me so much respect and they had so much trust. So it was like we was a team. And even though I had the highest title, I was like, look, put the title aside. I understand I might have more power or a different perspective, but we are on the same team. And I was like, you have expertise, you have this expertise, and we like sat down and put everything in place. And that's what leaders do. Leaders don't like, as a leader, you just trying to. What you're trying to do is just build a more so like a moral compass and a culture that everybody can follow, but help them understand themselves. Like, I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be the best you and we're going to just move in this direction, though.
For sure, move together.
Yeah. Like we can all, like I said in this video recently, like we can all lead and walking in the same direction. Like we can all be leaders walking in the same direction.
Right.
Like, just because you don't have to be at the front and have all the power and control.
For sure.
No, we all are powerful and we all are special. So let's just walk and just keep
together. So let me ask you a question from that then. As you were saying, like, because as you get more people to get more confident in themselves, they're gonna want to be like leaders. How do you keep that individualism when it comes to like, okay, you're a leader, but you're a leader in this? or you're a leader, or this is like your talent. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So we are all a little together. Together, we are all godly.
Okay.
We all each have our own essence,
Wonderful. The spiritual
and uniqueness thing that we bring to life. So, the bread owl analogy, and in the aisle, you see a bunch of different bread.
Oh, of course.
Everybody then just took this one concept and just made it 37 different ways.
Of
now
course.
everybody eating.
Of course.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
As everybody leading. We all have our own lane, and there is something about each individual that's special.
Okay.
And I feel like we can all be doing fitness, we can all be rapping, but it will still sound a little bit different. No matter if we're trying to keep the same cadence, no matter if we're trying to do all of the same things, it's still going to turn out a little bit different because it's you.
Okay.
And I think that also comes down to everybody has a different perspective. They're entitled to their perspective, and that your experiences are what make your character, what mold you, would have you care. Like, it's your turn. It's what turns out. It's the turnout. It's the physical part. It's the result of all of those experiences, all of those trials and things that you have seen and decisions that you have made. So
that's true.
I think that's what it comes down to.
It's a wonderful thing to. I mean, even though it's like, you almost forget that it's like it's a physical thing that is the it's almost like a byproduct of getting them mentally up, getting them spiritually up there. And then the physical comes after. That's wonderful, man.
But you gotta decide within though. So
for sure.
If you don't tell yourself that you're capable
of doing it, you'll never get it.
Never going to.
Yeah, for sure.
Never going to achieve it.
It's all on you, bro.
Yeah,
for real. And I think that's what America in this world.
Okay.
We need to have accountability, man.
Yeah,
nobody
man.
Wants to.
Nobody's accountable. Are you kidding me? Everybody's pointing fingers on Twitter.
That's what I'm saying. Like, point the finger.
Yeah, man.
Take accountability.
For sure.
Take accountability for your actions.
That's all right. We got people like you helping people start to take accountability for themselves.
Absolutely, bro. You a captain.
You the captain, bro.
You a captain. I want to be on your team.
For sure.
Appreciate you.
For sure.
Appreciate you.
And a legend. Yeah, man.
So, you, for all our listeners, who can't visually see you, you are very, you're physically fit. You know what I'm saying? You stick to a certain meal plan, or is there any,
So, one thing I say about like any diet is that you just gotta have understanding first.
Okay.
So, if you don't understand it or you don't know what it is, you probably shouldn't put it in your body.
Okay. Interesting.
I think it kind of boils down to that. But as far as like, for me, I try to like mix it all in. So sometime I will go 2 to 3 weeks without no meat. Sometime I'll go like just eat meat. I'm just like seafood. I just like kind of mix it up. And then like right now I haven't really been caring what I've been eating.
Okay.
But in terms of like trying to achieve a goal or something like that, your diet is very important.
Okay.
And it's different for everybody. Your daily activity plays a role.
Okay.
And what you may need, how much you may need to intake, what the type of food you may need to intake. Just because somebody physically looks cut up and stuff like that, that does not mean that on the inside that
they're good. I was just about to ask that. Like, do you have people that try to like make up excuses for eating junk food, even though they're like actually keeping up with their physical training and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of them.
Okay. There you go.
So, like I believe in when I was in college, I had a real strict diet during basketball season. Like, my teammates would say, I really didn't eat bad. The only time I ate really bad, it was Thanksgiving, and then like I come back to practice wearing a couple different shirts to sweat it out, but try to stay with the greens, try to stay with clean white meats and stuff like that. And I was in very good shape, very good conditioning, breathing and everything like that. And now that I'm currently studying to get my certification in training and certification in nutrition.
Okay.
Or when I like having a certain understanding of food is just like, man, I don't want to eat shit no more. Like,
everything's killing me.
Yo, that's what
everything's
killing
me.
Everything is bad.
Oh my gosh, man, and it's ridiculous. Like, even down to the smallest things. Like, we got this Corona thing going on,
right.
So I've really been like diving into trying to find out more about herbs and teas and things like that. So I know everybody heard about like the sea moss.
Okay.
And like the sea moss, with it being the most beneficial thing to the immune system and stuff like that, when you mix that in with the understanding of the nutrition, I be feeling like bulletproof when I walk outside the house. Like, I be like, oh, can't nothing touch me or whatnot.
Right.
But we gotta eat good. We gotta put those kind of minerals and things in our body, because our body is magical. It functions at a different. When we eat better, our body can do some magical things and regenerate, and we need that energy and stuff like that to make it to the next day to continue going.
For sure.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely. So does the program, like if someone, signs up for the program, do you lay out certain meal plans or ideas for people, or do you just kind of just give them the advice and it's kind of on them?
Right now I try to coach the meal plan, because I don't want you to be too dependent on like me being there, because you got to make your own decisions if one day I go.
One day you got to let the bird fly, right?
So I would rather educate you on some things, give you some ideas, and tell you what I've been doing to I guess like stay in shape or whatever, to be blessed with not getting sick often and stuff like that. I got like a booklet that I send to you, and it comes with those things, the same exact things that I do every single day, like the teas and stuff. And
damn, I may have to catch that book from you, brother.
Yeah, it's just I can send it, it's just like suggestions, because I don't want to fall into a liability. Okay,
that's fine.
People got different types of health. I don't want to be suggesting something and then. Hey,
and then they go all the way with it,
and then they ain't there tomorrow.
That's all right. That's all right.
So I just try to like more so. I just want people to go out and seek the information, because I feel like when you go seek your information, you find out more in that during that walk. So if you go self-educate, you won't pick up more than me just being like, okay, it's just sea moss, just black seed oil, right. Just give you the finished product. Just.
So you have them go do the research before you put something in your body that maybe you shouldn't, or maybe it will be effective for you. Yeah.
So what do you do with this sea moss? Like you put it in tea, or like you put it in food?
But you take it straight. You put it in smoothies. It's, man, don't get me. I'm not truly a thorough expert on it, but you can blend it. Some people make it like I get it from this gentleman. He's a doctor. And he makes it almost like applesauce, and I just take a spoon, like a.
Is there no taste there?
No, it don't got no taste.
Got no taste.
Yeah, ask me, and like when I'm doing it, I'm just more just like when I take black seed oil. I'm understanding that it's just for my body, so I'm like, all right, let me just get it done. Just like when you take a shot of vodka or some bourbon, or something.
Right.
I mean, I just that real quick.
The chase on it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, let me get your opinion on, I mean, your business is a very positive thing. So I don't foresee, people not jumping on board with you, but, do you have you experienced that? Do you have family members or friends that, for whatever reason, whatever reason they may have, that they don't, support what you're doing?
I mean, in all honesty, you won't feel like that regardless, but you don't really know. You can't really conclude something. Right. So like, yeah, sometimes I'd be like, man, they could do more. Cause you're thinking about how you would respond.
Right.
And I know me unconditionally, I'm going to try to do what I can with what I can,
Okay.
And it's not going to always come in me giving some cash or something like that.
Right.
But I can share something. I can talk about it.
Sometimes sharing is a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be sure to to speak your name in a sense. You can count on me for that, and then I'll be there and willing to help whenever you call on me. So yeah, like sometimes honestly, yeah, I have had those thoughts, but at the end of the day, we all got something going on right now, and if you're not hustling or driving after something right now with today's climate in the world, then I don't want to be in your circle, like I don't want to be near you, because right now you're wasting time. We all have our individual agenda,
for sure,
and we got stuff to do. So.
All right, let me ask you a question off of that, if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
So, just coming up, I used to be that person that would pick something, fall off, lose the motivation, pick something else, fall off, lose the motivation. and I would have a mentor that would bring me up, and then for whatever reason, just growing up BSing, and I would just cut them out. How does that feel when you do have somebody that you're really trying to work on, you're really trying to get them there, and they just fall off? Like they just disappear, or they don't show the motivation that's required to make it to that next step.
That's where that patience coming at.
Okay.
And somebody at that point, I believe, is still trying to figure themselves out.
Right. Do you give them like more time? Do you?
Well, you keep
you
like
step back.
Keep a little reach.
Okay.
You keep a distant hand. It's so many ways you can do that. Like one thing, like I was never that type of person. Like my students wanted to follow me on my Instagrams and stuff like that. Like please do. Sure. And I always let them know, like, look, I love y'all, so y'all need me outside of here.
Right.
If there's anything I can provide, help you with, don't hesitate.
That's super important. That's super important.
So trying to make sure that we have that understanding, show them some respect, they get respect in return. And then as they grow, they experiencing things and they developing. They still trying to figure themselves out. So as they go through phases of, I want you here and I don't want you. Oh, I'm only going to come to you when I need you. You just got to understand it. Because you did the same thing.
Right. Of course, definitely.
So don't look at them like, oh, they doing anything different. No, you was just doing the same thing.
Right. Right.
So try to move from that and just continue to be patient. So I'm very genuine in going and texting people that I haven't talked to in a while. Okay. It could have been 5-6 years. Hey, how you doing? Like, I love to just pop in and say what's up. Just to mend that, keep that relationship and that bridge there. Never know when you're gonna need me. Never know when I'm gonna need you.
Now, do you also train, like, I guess, do you train others to also be like mentors to like their younger peers in a group?
I think.
Are you treating them also to be like leaders under you to help keep them in line, and then like they can report to you and stuff like that?
No, I'm not. I think the way that you do that is just by being yourself. Okay. And the people watching the honest actions. If you do it with honest intent, somebody watching.
Of course.
So, if you do it with honest intent, I'm not trying to get no attention, but this is how I believe you should move. Not how you have to, but how you should move.
Should move. Good.
This is how you should do some things. And, I would say in terms of like molding mentors and leaders, when I was with Upper Bound, I had this men's staff, had a wonderful women's staff, but the men's staff was a little bit closer because we lived all women's dorm. It was all women's dorm, all men's dorm. So you generally get closer. Right. So the respect that these gentlemen showed me and how they looked to me to be that leader, to be that mentor from the day one, that's how you do it. Yeah, it felt good. Yeah. And I believe that's how you do it. All I did was just come in. I was wide open with them. I let them know where I'm at. I understand that y'all have expertise in this because they worked in this program for some of them 5 years.
5 years, okay.
So even though I'm the director, you got the experience. So look, we on the same team. I don't care about no title. We got something to do together.
Man, that's wonderful. It's good to like put people on that thing. Like, let's get this together, man. It doesn't matter.
And they help me down. So I think that you don't necessarily have to force it or create a curriculum to make a mentor or a leader. No. You allow it and you be honest and perform actions consistently so that the people that are watching pick them up. Okay. They understand them and then they digest them and implement them into their day. You don't have to, put together any type of structure behind that. Just be yourself. Okay. And leading is usually a natural skill. It's not really something that you can mold. People can change. Right. But if you change and become a leader, then you always was. You just was misdirected.
Okay. It's an interesting way of saying it for sure. Yeah, definitely.
So when you yourself work out, do what you do, who you listening to? Who are some artists that you listen to?
Can 4-5.
Okay.
All right. Young Paid. Got Caliber. One Take Dave.
Oh, man.
Mild Melodic. Logic.
Oh, Logic.
Cole,
Okay.
Saba and them. Ray-Bans. I like to really stay underground.
Sure. Why not? Yeah, man.
But
Yeah, music nowadays, in my opinion, is pretty much trash anyway.
Yeah,
He said Logic. You know, your boy
I mean,
Logic on the come up.
Listen. Logic be spitting.
Logic be spitting. I be saying
Logic.
it for years, man.
And the one thing I like about Logic is that he spoke like you know about like some of the social issues and spoke on a lot of different issues of today, and he did it with rhythm, style.
Right,
He
right.
could rap in any cadence. You
Right.
can put him in any gym.
Got that verb and everything.
I mean, you
Of
put him
course,
in
and
any
he
ring
pumping
and he
you
gonna
up.
come out.
Nice.
You know, and that's the kind of the rap I like. Like for example, when I listen to Can 45, the one thing I love about his music, and that's my little brother, but it's not a bias to it, but I can relate to what he's saying.
Of course.
So I have this on my Apple iTunes. This is the first song I listen to his song before I start every workout.
That's what's up.
And it's because like he raps with that pain and you feel it.
And you
like,
feel it.
I
You
know
feel it
that
in your
he
soul,
went through
right?
it. So I know
Right.
he's not fabricating because a lot of people don't tell the truth.
No,
Now,
that's true. Very true.
But when you know somebody experienced something, you know that they really made it through that fire, and they speaking that, and then you got the cadence behind it, you got the rhythm, and you also seen the growth. You know, watching him get better and better, invest in his craft and that passion. It's amazing. And then I got my cousin Paige. He's down in Florida doing his thing. PNF Records. My uncle always been a businessman, a hustler.
There you go.
Shout
Shout
out.
out.
My cousin Caliber. Now talking about rapping with pain, passion, and rest of soul. Pain, passion, man. Like when he get going, you start to feel like you in the jungle. Like you like,
Oh man, goodness.
how are we going to get out of
All
here?
right, yeah, we about one step at a time, one verb at a time.
Yeah, and he means it too. And I mean, like, you know, and it was unfortunate to have him go early, but he still lives on.
Yeah, rest
through
in
his music,
peace.
and I believe
Absolutely.
that everybody must leave something. It don't have to be money all the time. I mean, please try to leave some money
yeah,
for those who follow.
Yeah.
But you know, I believe that we all got to leave something, like leave an essence, leave a word.
For
Just
sure.
put yourself on some screen, say something, express yourself
Sure.
in the most passionate
Of course.
and ambitious way. Allow that to be played so that when you're gone, you're gonna still live on in the memories.
Sure.
And when somebody close their eyes, they're gonna see it.
Well, you're gonna have to pass me that music after saying that. I'm trying to hear it, man. I'm trying to become part of it.
Busy.
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
also wanted to just finish up real quickly and ask you, you know, you and all these people that you have interacted with and touched and helped and whatnot. When it's all said and done and it's over and whatnot, is there any one particular way you want to be, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people, like, how do you want to be remembered? Or if they were to be like, you know, if someone were to be like talking and be like, oh man, I went through the ViciousOne program. I met Nate and whatnot. And what would you want them to say about you?
First, before I say this, I wanted to say also shout out to another artist, Resell Don, my wife brother. He get busy. That's another
Okay.
thing.
I have to listen to him too.
But when it's all said and done, I just want you to smile. I don't want you to have to say like you. Well, I really doubt that you'll say you had a bad time. It eventually like like that relationship between you and your child, or you in a partnership. We're gonna grow so attached. We're gonna become family. I'm gonna learn you. I'm gonna be so invested in you throughout the process. Even though I got a bunch of other people, but you get to know me. You're around me long enough. I got the energy.
Exactly. I got
So,
you got the energy for days, rather.
yeah. So I like pump my genuine love and care into you. As an individual, we grow connected and we understand the relationship and the bridge that we have built. I just want to be remembered in like all positivity. Just saying that, like, yo, Nate, you changed my life. Something
That's wonderful,
you
bro.
moved me forward.
That is.
Like for example, one interesting thing, Father's Day. I'm not a father. Working on that. But
You getting there?
yeah, man, I
My
can't
man.
wait.
Yeah,
But,
this to come up right here.
but on Father's Day this year, my phone was blowing up with Happy
Okay.
Father's Day
God bless.
messages. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? And
Yeah,
my little
man.
sister sent me one. That thing, shoosh, popped a little tear in the eye.
That's
I'm
deep.
a little
Yeah, man.
crybaby sometimes.
Of
That's
But,
course,
deep.
of course.
um,
Family man, like I said.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's like
man.
you don't know that you doing those things. I got a billion kids. I got a billion nieces and nephews just by being known as because
Right.
I'm their dad,
Of course,
best friend or something
of
like
course.
that. And I really take responsibility in that.
Man, that's wonderful.
And just try to continue to like my mom do. No matter what, man, my mom always show love.
Of course.
Like
she passed it on, man. You're a good son.
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
matter
man,
what,
definitely.
no matter what. And my family, we was always open door, always open door.
Right.
And we always believed in that. It's enough for everybody. We ain't got much,
Right.
but it's enough for
But
you
it's
still.
enough. Exactly.
So that's how I wanted to go, man. Just from friends to family.
For sure.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to ask?
That's it, brother. That's it.
All right. So before we take a break, we just want to remind all our listeners that they can find us on Anchor, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Please show the love. Listen.
Please show the love.
Listen, like, comment, subscribe. Give us that 5-star rating.
God bless.
We really appreciate if you listen to the pod. So I have a question for our listeners out there. Do you own a computer? Are you having trouble with broken screens, data backup issues, password reset problems, virus spyware removal, software installation issues? If so, Slipstream Repair Computer Electronic Solutions has you covered. Contact Timothy Latunde at 845-204-1712. The email is ss.sho16@gmail.com. Once again, that is 845-204-1712. And the email is ss.sho16@gmail.com. Call or email to schedule a free consultation. And we will be right back in a short second. And welcome back to It's All Relative. Nate, thanks for hanging out.
Yes, sir. It's been good.
It has been good.
Yes, sir. It has been.
We appreciate it,
Thank you for having me.
Right now we want to just talk about jump into how crazy 2020 has been so far.
Yeah, it's been insane.
It's been a extremely wild year,
Yes, sir.
I don't know of anyone who hasn't in some way, been affected by the events that this is that COVID has caused.
Mm-hmm.
People losing loved ones.
Yeah.
People losing their small businesses.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
It's been rough.
It's been pretty hectic, bro.
It's been rough. On top of that, our country is divided. Racism is at all-time high.
Yeah, man.
And it's a shame. It's a horrible thing.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate what's been just going on, with the racial divisions and stuff. Like nobody wants people to die. Come on, it's all lives, no matter what. But I think it's just part of just the energy that had just been leading up to it, because people forget 2018 was also pretty crazy too.
Yeah.
And some of that energy just broke off into this. And, now with COVID, it just compounds all of this misery and stuff that's just going on these days.
We're just not communicating.
Right. We're not communicating.
I said this as a quote recently, that communication is the key to the door of peace. The better the communication is, the better the chances of understanding, getting something done, the efficiency behind what you're trying to get done, and then you need peace, and there's chaos in the midst of peace, but it can be constructive,
Right.
though. You don't always have to resort to the extreme, and that's because we have been I like to say we have been influenced in a direction, and there's not enough people willing to take the time and energy out to try to change today, to try to properly influence. And I've been around a lot of people like that when I was in Poughkeepsie. It just felt like, I don't care if you get paid to be a mentor or serviceman. You gotta sometimes step outside of that. You at some point you're there for the individual, not the check.
Not the check, right?
These are people and human beings, not pieces of paper.
Right.
We not. I don't. And for me, I always tried to make sure that I understood the individual, communicate with them. I don't care if I don't have an interest in anything you like, but you tell me something that you like. I'm gonna find something relative, like
right.
to relate to you. So now we have a ground and a foundation to build on. And that communication then brings trust, and that foundation brings trust, allows us to stand on that foundation, which is our relationship.
Right.
Stand on that and communicate well, and share the same space.
So let me reel it back a little bit. So how do you take that energy and bring it back and try to like smooth out how 2020 is? How do you get people to think beyond that negativity so they can bring it back, so you can get back on that mission?
And it's tough to do. There's not a particular way.
Right.
I don't believe that you do that, but that comes back to what have you been through. I like to operate off of why.
Okay.
My reason for doing everything is because I feel like those that I love and those that support me deserve more from me, and I want to provide opportunity.
Okay.
So in order for me to be able to provide opportunity, and in order for me to show my loved ones that I appreciate the support and everything that they have done for me, to have me here standing, I got to do that myself. I got to take that drive and push forward.
Right.
So as far as trying to get back on your square, you got to look within, get back to that why.
Yeah.
Like, why did you start doing what you're doing to begin with? That even goes in relationships. A lot of times in relationships, you forget the person that you fell in love with because you confused and stuck up in the person that you've been with.
Right.
I fell in love with Peaches before certain things were in place. So therefore, I want you to maintain that individual. Be yourself at all times so that people can grow.
That's difficult, right? With especially with social media, where people they become like a collective, like they, of course you're gonna have shared ideas, but that individualism gets lost. So it's nice to hear that you're trying to bring it back. You're trying to remind people
accountability.
that accountability, but also just reminding people that you're an individual, man.
And you
stand out.
Be ready to rumble. Everybody out here trying to fight. Fight with yourself. Fight with with your bad self. If you waking up, you got a chance to better yourself. Just better yourself. One step at a time. Don't compete with nobody but the person in the mirror.
God bless, bro. God bless.
Change. That's the key. If everybody, you're right. Everybody needs communication is key. And that would bring change. I think bottom line is we all need to. It's simple, but it's the truth. I think we all need to just be kind.
For sure.
If people were just kind to one another, it would solve many issues.
For real.
This would be a dope world. I just told my queen today when we was in the car, I was like, yo, if this world would really be dope if we just be like, yo, I'm cool, man. Like, learn to settle issues and problems in a more civil manner. Don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes somebody do need to, probably need your ass whipped.
Yeah, of course.
Some people do need that.
Slap them around a couple times.
Whatever,
absolutely.
But you don't have to resort there. Right.
Yeah.
But we don't always got to resort there. You know what I'm saying? So it's having that understanding, how they say, picking and choosing your battles, appreciating life, and like, why do you want to try to die today? Like,
I
like,
know
it's
people
so
in such
much
a
more
rush to die,
do.
man. For real.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so much more for you to do. And then this world is becoming even though it's becoming more crazier, it's becoming like, dang, what's next? Like, I really want to see it. Like,
Yeah, man.
I don't want to be 6 feet. So it's like, we need that.
I love that. I love that mentality, man. There's been a lot of people that I've known just over the years where they're really depressed and they're just ready to die. And just to hear you saying the complete opposite, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always try to at least, like I almost be like a mentor because I was there in that depressed state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I feel like everybody.
Everybody. Yeah. But they'll get there. They'll get there though. Yeah. So it's good to see you just, continue to bring that positivity, continue to just tell everybody, you know what I mean? You're somebody, you're worth it. If you want to come with me, I can teach you how to reach the next level. Because like I said before, the fact that you exist is a blessing. We need more than that. Yeah, for 2020 especially, and then beyond too.
Yes, like the world needs more Nathaniel Brown.
Yes.
I appreciate
the legend for real.
I appreciate it, man. And it's like I don't push for acceptance, but when you are accepted, it's like, man, like thank you, because I really would give anything if I didn't have to get money, like if
Of course.
I'd just be myself, man.
Yeah, man.
If being nice, paid, I'd be rich. You know what I'm saying? Like,
word.
And I just be be chill, relax, and enjoy each moment.
God bless.
Sometimes you don't get to enjoy them all. So having that understanding, knowing what I saw, especially seeing what my mom and my fathers went through, family go through, then being on my own. Having crazy experiences at early ages set me up for who I am today.
Nice.
That's for sure.
Along with all the, the negativity and whatnot that 2020 has brought on, we've also lost a number of people throughout 2020. There were, I believe, the most quote unquote famous person,
most famous
that the world has lost was Eddie Van Halen. I believe he was the most.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
he was the most recent, I believe. But two that I believe were very had a big impact. Not that anyone's death should be taken lightly. But these two, I feel like affected many people on many different levels.
Oh yeah,
and one being Kobe, Kobe Bryant.
That was a big one.
And
it still don't make sense to me, bro.
Yeah.
I wake up like, man, this man is gone.
Yeah, and the other being Chadwick Boseman.
On another level too.
And you guys have a preference on which one you guys would want to?
Sure.
Address
actually,
first.
Let's start with Kobe first. Yeah.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe. See, it was different, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not going to lie. I really did care. I really do care.
Of course.
I have all the sympathy and prayers and everything, condolences
for sure
for his family and everybody. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I was crying or anything like that. But it did hit me from a different perspective.
Okay, that's interesting.
I'm not gonna. I didn't cry. I don't know why.
That's fine. Not everybody cries. Yeah.
But at the same time, though, what I felt like was going on at a stretch, like people was using his likeness to capitalize off of his death and disappearing his daughter and stuff like that. People selling shirts and things to make more money and things like that. And that kind of stuff is what I pay attention to during these times, because like I don't believe that's how you show somebody respect.
Right. No.
I had met Kobe. I want to say in 2007, I was playing JV.
Okay.
We played for his uncle. What was his name? Chubby.
Mm-hmm.
He played for the Clippers, and he told us, he told the basketball team, if we go we win the championship, then he'll bring Kobe in.
Wow.
And nobody believed him.
Damn,
he kept
that's
telling him,
awesome.
like, that's my nephew.
He's gonna
that's
show
my
up.
nephew. So next thing you know, I ain't really getting no playing time. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was really, I didn't really play too much during the season. But shout out to the gentleman who did
God bless. Shout out.
get us that chip. You know what I mean? My wife actually taught me how to play ball in college, and then that's when I transferred and played 3 years in college, but I'm tough now. So
Man.
anybody,
not to cut you off real quick. I apologize,
Yeah.
but you know, I've heard a story. Have you ever seen the movie Love and Basketball?
Yes, I have. That's a beautiful story.
Nate and I have talked before.
Oh, you the
one
Love
time,
and Basketball
and
story?
Nate and Peaches are the Love and
for
Basketball
real?
story.
Yeah,
Wow.
Shout out to that movie though, because I do. That movie does
Yeah,
hold a
that's our
special
favorite.
spot
It's one of our
in
favorites.
my
It's
heart
very
as well.
special.
But my man and
Wow,
his
you
wife,
live in
that-
the actual movie though.
yeah,
Yeah, wonderful.
That script was
no
pretty.
separation.
Hits
We
pretty
ain't
close.
separate. We ain't separate though. That's the difference.
That's all right. That's all right.
Stay together, stuck to it.
So y'all
Yeah,
still
that's-
ball together? in that
Oh, I
movie?
guess that
Yeah,
wasn't being
yeah,
part of the
yeah.
movie though. too.
So what's the score? Who's winning?
Well, it was crazy for a stretch. I could not beat her. I want to say it took
What?
like 2, maybe 3 years to like
Okay.
actually get better than her.
Man.
And then it was when she had like she got me the fundamentals. Was crazy like the people who started to teach me the game were women.
Of
Like when I
course.
was younger,
It
my
can come
uncle
from
and them-
anywhere. Anywhere could teach you.
Yeah, like in the hood, I could jump. I was very athletic, so I didn't have no fundamentals or nothing
Mhm.
like that. When I say they taught me basketball, they taught me the fundamentals to be a better player, you know. And it started with women. Shout out to Ty, Peaches, Britt. So they got me going, and then my wife leaves for career reasons, graduates college, and then this gentleman named Tyler Bardo come in, same age as me, and he took me to
The next
another
level.
level.
That's
good.
Like
For sure.
starting getting the jump shot in, start teaching me how to, read and react quicker.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I was always like, I conditioned myself, always did my own lifting, always did my own training and
Mhm.
whatnot. And so once I got taught how to just think, you know what I'm saying? It was over. It was over. And so
Right.
it wasn't until I learned that that I was able to beat my wife, and
sure.
she can't touch me now. Yeah, right now I'm coming back from a little injury, but like I got her now. Yeah, I mean,
Nice,
it's a better
nice.
chance I win.
Well, let's really.
She gonna be listening to this.
Yeah, she gonna be listening to it. She gonna be smiling.
Yeah. Love you, Queen.
Yeah.
Don't beat me out.
But yeah, let's
That's
let's
awesome.
reel it back to Kobe.
So
though.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
So when we Kobe comes, so we win, we go 10-0.
Mhm.
I got the trophy, it was crazy, and I got the picture with Kobe because like his uncle comes out and was like, man, he just start crying. Uncle just start crying.
Oh no.
And the Lakers played the Sixers that night or whatnot. And what was crazy is one of the security guards asked Kobe not to beat on us that
On
night.
us
And I
that-
think Kobe had like 36
Yeah.
or something like that night. But anyway, his uncle come out. He's like, man, I told you. He's like, I start crying. He's like, man, go my nephew. You see Kobe come across with the velour safe. Yo, it's Kobe.
Yo.
We was
And
like,
I
oh.
feel
how
man.
did that feel?
Man,
How did that
listen, let me
feel?
tell you like this. Like, I never hated Kobe, but I was a Kevin Garnett fan.
Okay, it's either Kevin
you know
or
what I'm
Kobe.
saying? Like, so, just to like see him up there, because I'm always saying KG the best. Yeah, but when he came, I was like, yo, that's cool. Like,
yeah, man.
that's-
But it's him in
See,
the flesh.
I completely understand you though, because I swear I grew up a huge Allen Iverson was my man. That was he was my favorite.
He's still the artist.
man.
and man, Kobe was a killer. Kobe
he
was a
was,
killer,
man.
bro. And like
He was.
it was crazy because when I was younger, always playing basketball out on the school playgrounds and whatnot.
Mhm.
Everyone always used to yell
Kobe.
Kobe.
right,
Kobe
right,
shot.
Kobe.
And bro, I was literally the one out there saying Iverson.
Iverson.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like, so
That's
Kobe
another
was
legend
always
for
like
it,
I
too.
always respected because Kobe is a killer.
He was.
a
Yeah.
killer.
He was a killer.
You know?
and
For sure.
what's crazy is we got to take a picture with him. Like, so we come up on the stage and he was like, how you doing today? Like, you know what I mean?
Damn, the
Just
quick handshake, or did he actually like
handshake and like,
drop you some lines and everything too?
Well, I mean, he didn't have too much time. He was like shaking everybody's hand.
Hey,
was
but
like, "How
he
you doing,
showed
man?"
up.
Like,
That means
that
a lot.
is
Yeah.
awesome.
it was so dope, and I still got that picture. And to this day, like the biggest thing that did for me, which you don't vision. When I used to when I first got the job and working inside Poughkeepsie High School,
Okay.
and I told them that I met Kobe, they was like, "You ain't meet no Kobe.
You ain't
man.
meet no
You
Kobe.
I'm
Kobe
like,
ain't come over
Where
here.
the proof at?
I'm
Where's
like,
that?
I'm like, yo, I don't have to lie. Like, I have a picture.
Yeah.
Show him the picture,
Drop him
and
the
it was
picture.
like, it was a blessing. And I I naturally like pray and give thanks.
Mhm.
So I don't practice no religion. Practice no religion. I just move off morals.
But you
and
still
beliefs.
spiritual with it though.
Yeah. Morals and belief though. So it was like I was so appreciative because his picture help my relationships with them.
Oh,
Being
nice.
as though I knew Kobe, I played basketball. Not knew Kobe, but I met Kobe, played
Right.
basketball. They bought into that, and I was
Of
like,
course.
oh, well then, like da da da. And
Your respect level just
Yeah,
went
yeah,
through the
They
roof, you
appreciate
start feeling like the
bro.
man. Like you start feeling like
Yeah.
the man, and
Yeah,
I'm just
man.
like, well, you never intend to use somebody in any type of way,
Of
but like
course.
if that's the blessing that's going to be from that interaction,
Yeah,
like,
then why not?
that was
yeah.
in how old was I? Like 13?
13,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
And
Yo, if
what
you got to
can you do with
use, if you
13-year-old?
have
Yeah.
to use that as a platform or a stepping stone, that's a hell of a stepping
No,
Hell of a
stone.
like,
stepping
I
stone.
mean, look up, say thank you
Mhm.
for that. Like,
Yeah,
dang,
man.
like,
He didn't even have to be there.
no,
He
he
could've
didn't.
been
No,
doing
that's the
anything.
crazy thing
Yeah.
too. 'Cause how old did you say you guys were?
When I met him, I was in probably, I want to say 8th grade. So what's that? 12, 13?
Yeah,
Mhm.
young kids,
Yeah.
young kids,
So,
and to be able to experience something like that
Sure.
that's wild. That's something that's crazy.
Yeah,
bro,
man.
it was. I mean, like, I
Yeah.
was like, what?
Yeah,
Like you
man.
talking all this trash in the lunchroom, man. KG, this.
KG, this Kobe garbage. I
Man,
hate
I
him.
don't care if Kobe coming here or not, man. I ain't going up on that. Oh,
Oh, it's actually him.
he's walking the stage. Like, yo, let me get up
he
here,
actually
man.
exists. Yeah, you're trying to be the first one there.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Let
me brush
me
my
throw on
hair,
that
right.
Kobe jersey
Yeah,
on
for
real
real.
quick.
Oh, man.
The quick Kobe jersey.
Mhm. But
Yeah,
back then,
man.
that's when you had like the real big baggy tees. Like I was a little bony young boy, so
Yeah.
when you
Bro,
wear like a 3X
swimming,
tee, two with them
swimming.
joints,
But he made you feel good about it though.
Bro,
like,
it was
like,
all
let me
there.
show you. Let me show you who I am, Kobe.
Right,
It's my
right.
turn.
Right.
My time is
that
now.
was dope, though, man.
Yeah,
dope
but
experience.
He's wonderful. Like, and that's what's missing. He's gone now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like to say that when your physical nature, when you pass, you live on through memories. And,
Okay,
and,
definitely.
As long as somebody can imagine you, close their eyes and see you, you live.
Oh man, definitely.
In the sense because it's if you believe in anything, you got to believe that we create our own reality.
Mhm.
So when people go from the physical side, you say to go to heaven, just understand that you can live and carry them on through your actions
Oh,
for the
of
next
course.
day.
Yeah,
Whatever
man.
they taught you, you experienced, and you have from them, you can continue to make sure that their name is said, that
For
they
sure.
live, and then you will then embody their presence by
Right.
always speaking there.
And in fact, I mean, even before he passed, like he was all about like, as his basketball career
Mhm.
kind of waned, he was all
Yeah.
about the outreach,
Mm-hmm.
passing on that Black Mamba vibe to
Mhm.
other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That thing that he built up, he wanted to start passing it over. So
Mhm.
as he started receding, it was more like he was just becoming a teacher for everybody. Not everybody can meet him, but the fact that he even visited you, that was back then. Yeah, and he was doing it right up until he passed. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kobe's gonna live on forever in the game of basketball, no matter
Yeah,
what.
definitely.
He's gonna forever be
For
a
sure.
part of it.
Yeah, man.
He tragically died on January 26th,
Mhm.
2020 this
Yeah,
year.
we about to hit the next year.
So
Yeah, man.
Right. Yeah, going by so fast.
Exactly.
it's crazy.
So slow, but so fast.
So fast, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to think though too, about all his lists of achievements that he did on the court. It's crazy. I only got a few that I felt like were crazy important. But he entered the NBA in 1996,
Mhm.
and he was the 13th overall pick, which is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
He did come out of high school. Out of high school, correct. He was a 5-time champ,
5-time.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
2-time Finals MVP,
Mm-hmm.
and his accolades go on and on and
Right,
on.
right, right,
But
right.
those countless All-Star appearances and whatnot. But
I mean, even his last game, he did like 60 points.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's
He was different.
It was
different.
absolutely. He was definitely a different player.
For sure.
He was
Earned
part of the
everything.
game because he was part of like when we were growing up watching
Mhm.
basketball. Like he was part of that core group of people.
right,
like the
right.
Kevin Garnett's, the
Mhm.
Chris Webbers,
Yeah,
the
like
McGrady's,
that.
Vince
The 90s
Carter,
was
Yoda.
But
That
his
class.
his story was also different because when he came and
Mm-hmm.
people were like, all right, Kobe's nice. But now it's like he's chasing the shadow of Michael Jordan. So he was like coming right off of that shadow.
People like to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
People
But
like to talk.
it happens though. It happens though. All right, yo, he got this many rings. How many rings you got, Kobe? As soon as Michael Jordan left, he just took over. You know what I mean? He became his own persona. Now little kids are chasing after him. Now they want to be Kobe now.
Like,
You know what I mean?
I feel like they make it too. I get we need something to talk about.
Yeah.
But you be like, he's the greatest.
He's the
of this
greatest.
and that.
Da, da, da.
It's each situation because like,
Yeah.
even have playing some form of constructed basketball, like not just me, just other people I've met. Like,
For
yo,
sure.
you could have been just because you see Division I, you think that that's a really good place to be for the lights and the cameras and stuff like that.
Right.
But you really don't understand. You go Division II and actually play and contribute because at Division I is politics a lot of times.
Of course, definitely.
You may not get your chance, but
Right.
you could have took Division II and still had some success and
Right.
showed off. So I think a lot about when they sit here comparing players and stuff like that, you gotta look at the situation.
The
that
situation.
they had. Like,
Exactly.
we're not. The game is. They flop more than my gosh.
Oh, they
like,
definitely do.
The flopping, like,
They
come
definitely
on
do.
now,
Yeah.
like.
Game is so different now.
It's
It's so different.
Yeah, man. I was just actually talking to him over here.
Mhm.
I was talking to Josh about how Allen Iverson, he changed the game completely. You know what I mean? Like, he converted the entire thing.
I think they
Shout
added
out
a zone.
AI.
Yeah.
Then they had to create a zone because of him or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
I feel like it was
He changed the game.
something along that, like, just like Patrick Mahomes changed the football.
Right,
it's just
right.
a quick switch, but
The quick
like
switch, yeah.
the way that he throws without looking and stuff like that, like
Right.
what?
Right.
Like,
Right.
like how are you
Most
doing that?
killer
Most killer.
crossover.
Yeah, he turned
bro.
it more
Yeah,
aggressive.
Oh sheesh.
Like, they made you,
jeez,
before, it wasn't all about, like, aggressive, like, offensive play. But he, with the crossovers, like, he's breaking ankles left and right over here.
I don't care what
He's still
anybody
scoring.
says, and I don't care how many people hate on this. That I still love when Iverson crossed Jordan. though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my
Wasn't that the
gosh.
greatest
Yeah,
thing ever?
I-
You probably
Right.
stood on your feet. And I'm a
I
Jordan
loved
fan.
it.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
I
he did
thought
him
it
in.
was dope.
They're like, do that, man. And then he just went.
Hey,
Yeah.
sometimes you may be the master. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Or
exactly.
you may be the teacher, but hey,
You got to have your come up
you,
sometime.
you can still take a lesson every now and then.
sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can
Absolutely.
still take a lesson.
Absolutely.
Like that's what I feel about, like, when they talk about ranking LeBron and everybody. Like, yo, it's just a different time.
Different
Like,
time, it's true.
Stats across in every league are growing kind of like with science and
Mhm.
and first of all, like, the average kid I see is huge nowadays. Like,
Bro.
they growing fast, so like they get
Giants.
big, they strong, they developing mentally quicker.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying, like, so
That's what I'm saying. LeBron is a freaking nature. Like,
How
he is
often?
just like his
How often does
physique.
somebody get that big?
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Right.
right,
Like,
right.
there's nobody else.
that and that
Like
athletic, like, we, like, as a gentleman who 5'9", 5'10", like, you be like, if I was 6'2", I'd be able to do all
I'd be
this. like,
all over you.
but
homie.
then you got to realize, like, all right, you 6'2", but what you give up, like,
Right.
like, what would you give up? And shoot, you born with it. You born
You're
with
born
it.
with it. Hey, ball however you can, bro.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. You guys still remember where you were when the news broke out that he had been in that helicopter crash?
Where was
Hey, you
I?
can go first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
January 26th. I think you said January 26th.
Yeah,
so I was
26th.
definitely in Poughkeepsie.
Okay.
I'm not really sure exactly what I was doing, but on the average day, just be chilling on
Yeah.
the couch or something like that
Yeah, man.
in the evening or something. So can't really say, but I mean, like, when you heard the news, like, it moved you.
It
Right,
definitely
yeah,
moved me,
yeah.
man.
Man,
Absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
41
Right.
years
Right.
old, like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
nothing.
With the daughter too. We be
Yeah.
forgetting sometimes that the daughter was there
Yeah.
too.
like,
Like I
It's a
was
very
I was
short
actually
life.
on the couch when it happened, and my girlfriend came to me and she was crying. She was crying and she didn't even want to tell me because she knew I was all about Kobe.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And she was crying when she told me. I was like, you know, it's a joke. What's going on?
Right.
You joking, right? This is like, it felt surreal, at least to me.
It did no.
It felt surreal.
It's surreal.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I
Right.
100% agree. I
sure.
remember I was in the car in a parking lot with my wife waiting for her to come out, and somebody had hit my phone and they had just said Kobe died, and like I looked at it and I was like, what? Like
Like, stop
I
playing.
ain't hear nothing from ESPN yet. So,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
once that
Or
comes in, then it's
TMZ.
official, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden,
All at once.
the headlines started coming up, everything, and like looking at it and reading it. I must have read that thing like five, 6 times.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
You couldn't even believe,
Right.
and then to know like, he was on the helicopter with his 13-year-old daughter Gianna.
That's even
like,
worse.
Yeah.
And the 7 other people. We don't want to discredit any of that.
Of course.
It was a horrible tragedy.
But it's just about like, not to discount anybody's death or at any given time, but it's about like that footprint you leave.
That
on
you
life.
leave
like,
on the.
Absolutely.
That's why he gets a little bit of recognition.
He gets
more
shine. It's just what it is. Yeah.
Change. Yeah.
Right.
So it's it's like that, and it's tough to say because everybody impacts somebody in some way. But I think that what we as people look for is a tangible result or outcome, and you can literally walk outside and see his influences and see some of the things that he has left.
He permeates everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His impact to the world was huge,
For sure.
and he won't be forgotten.
No, definitely not.
Definitely.
So, let's move on to Chadwick Boseman.
Sure.
That was another horrible,
That's a big
horrible death hit. Affected quite a few people.
For sure.
He did quite a few movies. I know for me, that the most ones that were familiar to me or the best known was 42.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah,
He
42.
played Jackie Robinson.
Yep.
And of course Black Panther.
Of course.
Culture
He was also
changer.
Thurgood Marshall too.
Thurgood Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he did
And James Brown. I don't know about that movie, but he was James Brown too. Yeah.
It's sad. He was 43 when he passed. He died August 28th, 2020.
2020. Very recent.
And the cause of death was obviously colon cancer.
Right.
Crazy fact that I had seen that he was diagnosed in 2016, so he knew
Why he was doing the movie.
right, and he kept it private, right, and he continued to stay on his grind,
Right.
do what he had to do, and act and
do everything
make
that
a hell
came
of
with
a
it.
movie,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
a lot of strength.
a lot of strength. Yeah, exactly. To be able to just completely pretend it don't exist and still, motive, because he was also doing outreach too, like going to little kids, going to hospitals and talking to cancer patients. I mean, the strength that it had to be to do that.
To continue to push, not allow, not to allow some news to stop you.
Exactly.
First off, I always get told I look like him random times.
Bro,
Like,
you look
You
like
do,
him,
bro.
bro. You look just
You
like
do.
him, bro.
No, that's because I'm dark skinned.
Yeah, for the audience that cannot see this man looks like Chadwick.
Yes.
Nah,
Yeah.
don't get no ideas. But no, though, like, his impact on the black culture, I think that it's one of them things you don't realize it until somebody's gone. I always say, man, you gotta like enjoy people while they're in your presence, because you're gonna be regretting them when they go. And you tend to not notice the value until it's gone.
Until it's gone, yeah, definitely.
That's just like when you got a car and you got a car for so long, you had it for so long, that car break down, you're like, damn, I really needed that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
need
saying?
it
After
right
so much
now.
time. I really needed that.
The regrets are the worst. It's the worst feeling. It's the worst to know that it was on you. You had a chance to do whatever,
Right.
And now whatever circumstances have made it to now where you are no longer able to do that, and now you have regrets, and it's tough.
But you can you imagine though, like you somebody gave you a finish line, and you're approaching it.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
you're gonna stop
you're
right
running
here.
a race, and you're approaching that finish line.
Right.
It's like, what you going to do? Are you going to go run through that tape, or are you going to slow down?
Slow down and try and get there.
And
as
that's
soon as
how
possible.
in a track meet, that's how somebody normally catch you.
Right.
You got to run through the tape, and I think that's exactly what Chadwick did. He ran
he
through the
blew
tape,
past the tape and went like extra.
and then You know, when you got the when you're trying to let down from the speed, he still continues.
Yeah, he hit the curve. Yeah,
yeah, and that's inspiring. That's the kind of stuff that will make sure that you don't die. You continue to live on.
Yeah,
people seeing that will be able to carry his name and speak on that.
And right.
This is one of the inspirations, and for another way to look at being inspired and having people be influences on you. Understand that. Don't let I guess like someone's status and the tangible things that they put on the table be what inspire you, but look deeper into the spiritual connection that you have, the energy it provides you, the direction that it turns you in. If you was going this way or that way, you know, so stop, you know, because a lot of people want a tangible result, whereas though that wasn't what was meant to be provided in that moment. You wasn't meant to absorb something tangible. You was meant to absorb this knowledge and something spiritual, so that way you can continue to do what you need to do long term.
Right.
It's true. So I just wanted to just mention a little bit about the movie that he did, Black Panther, or the one that everybody knows, but
shout out rocking the Black Panther shirt.
Black Panther tee.
Yeah,
exactly.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, Wakanda forever.
Always.
But the way he approached the Black Panther movie, he approached it from two different perspectives that I don't think, I mean, on the face of it, it was all about African American culture. But he also approached it from like a Nigerian aspect and African aspect. Yeah.
We need to pay more attention to.
Gotta pay more attention to
the roots. And it's a lot going on over there. So praying for him.
Yeah.
As we record, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, we praying for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and it's stuff like that, as, you know, just thinking about that, we able to sit here and have this conversation while there's other people
out there, exactly. Blessing enough for that.
And if that can't make you humble and want to show love and help people, then nothing will.
Right.
Sure, there are so many battles being fought today that nobody's safe. No matter where you are, it seems like nobody's safe. Nobody gets a peace of mind.
Right.
And now it's always and that's where you get the battle for power and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in terms of what Chadwick did with Black Panther, I think that we needed that as a culture.
We definitely did.
Because we trying to build that bridge between being born in America and diving back into Africa.
Right.
More and more people are starting to talk about it. And that's one of the things I can say about the COVID. COVID has done a lot of horrible things, but it has inspired the creative mind. Like definitely. If you have something that you feel good about, that you feel capable of, then just go out and do it.
Just go out and do it. Based off of the strength of this man.
You know, yeah. And all those influences are tied into that. You know, in the movie, you got a gentleman who felt like you could have came and helped us, and that's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, I like to say a lot of people who want things, they desire to get a 6-pack or something. In my case, fitness. I want a 6-pack or whatever.
Right.
It's a process.
To
get that. You know, you're not going to come in there. There you go. It's not like that. It's a process.
Right.
And a lot
You got
stabs in Philly
for sure.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I want people to understand, that you got to be willing to walk through the process. Willing to go through the process and scrape your knees and everything like that.
Right.
Get yourself wet, and then you'll get your result, but the result will come out how it is at that time.
Right.
How you picture it, it may not be exact. Nothing is perfect.
Right.
So just enjoy the process, and the result will be there. And we tend to deter from that a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
He stuck to his guns.
He stuck to it though. Yeah.
And he from the movie showing resiliency and everything like that. Then in real life showing resiliency.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Yeah. I mean, he fought to the very end. So
yeah, but we do gotta connect more with our.
We got to, bro.
Everybody needs to.
But I can tell you at least he did like a DNA test on himself, and he has Nigerian roots, Yoruba roots, and roots from Sierra Leone. So and when he told me, or he didn't tell me anything, but when he talked to reporters about how he portrayed the character, it said if he said himself that he felt more human portraying that character.
That's dope.
Yeah. Isn't that dope?
That's
dope, right?
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, the people in Nigeria and in Africa all over, they were actually, they were fully embracing him, even though knowing, he's American playing an African character.
Right.
That was the hero. He was the hero. People dressed up in African regalia to go see the movie.
I feel like that's like kind of like Kobe in China. I feel like he had a big Kobe
Exactly.
Had a big influence on China,
Of
if I'm not
course.
mistaken.
Yo, Chinese, they be balling over there, so they love Kobe.
And that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like we, at the end of the day, we all human. All this stuff about color and shit
And
like
everything,
that,
it doesn't matter.
Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. It people have been persuaded to believe in a certain way of things should be
For sure.
or whatever. But no, at the
Yeah, it transcends it. Yeah.
None of us are the colors that we claim to be. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Like
right, right.
I know darn good well I'm a chocolate brown. You know what I'm saying?
There
I'm
you
not a black. You know what I mean? But you know,
Nate chocolate brown.
I guess if I gotta say it, then I'm black. You know, but at
For
the
sure.
same day, I mean, at the same time though, it's different shades. We all are human.
Yes. It's very
Let
true.
me treat you like a human.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like the lion, respect the lion.
Mhm,
You know what I'm
mhm.
saying?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
you know, and we the only species who continue to separate where everybody
By
else,
choice. Yeah.
by choice,
Yeah.
where everybody else in the jungle and the wild figures out how to break all the resources together and
course.
live
Of course.
amongst each other. So like, I carry a real, when it comes to like color and talking about skin color and stuff like that, man. I'm
Mhm.
proud to be a black man. I stand on my 10 toes all the time.
Of course.
My man.
But I just don't carry that bias notion and being like all of the whites are like this, all Spanish like
Spanish
this.
like
No,
that, right?
I like to look at it like, no, this individual is responsible for those decisions,
Mhm.
actions in that moment.
Right.
Because
Right.
his color at the end of the day is just pigmentation by science.
Right, exactly.
But your actions and decisions that results in this negative outcome, that's what I see. That's what I have a problem with.
Right.
I don't care about your skin
Right.
color. Like, come on now.
Yeah,
Like,
well, come on. This 2020, man. These
Right.
people out here looking for excuses
I
for
got a
everything.
problem with your actions.
Yeah, man.
I got a problem with what you just did and the repercussions of what you just did. So, and it's crazy that we still there's still individuals out in this world that carry color as a tool and a
Of
weapon,
course,
and,
of course.
and try to beat down on people, and you see it primarily
man.
in,
But
in
you know
minority
what?
communities and stuff.
Racism, I like to say that racism is not something that is inherited. It's
Mhm.
taught.
It's taught for sure.
Mhm.
For sure.
And, that starts from, it goes back.
Goes back,
Goes
bro.
back.
Goes back. Even just going to school, hearing kids talk, say
Right.
whatever. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's where it comes from.
You want to I feel like a suggestion that I have is that we just got to learn to understand, like I said, the communication
Mm-hmm.
really is the key to the door. We are so reluctant to communicate because of what we have experienced.
Right.
You can't fault nobody for that.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If I seen this outcome consistently, then I gotta be on my toes. I would be stupid.
For
Yeah,
sure,
like
for sure.
to walk into that. But like for people still carrying, this person's skin is dark, so that mean automatically they come with X, Y, and Z. Or
Right.
this person's skin is light, so that means automatically
Exactly.
they
They're
come
already up there.
with,
Yeah, it's never
I
like
feel like
that.
that's unfair. You just judge somebody and predetermine a situation. So by the time you get that interaction, it's already going to turn out. You already manifested
Right.
with that
Manifested,
energy
exactly.
Yep.
and everything like that. That outcome is going to be negative. But I like to approach each person like, this is the first time. Let me get to know you. I'm wide open.
Exactly.
This is just as much as your space is mine.
That's
Right.
how it should be.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
how it should be.
Take your time with that, man. Get rid of that color thing.
Yeah.
But we do have a color issue.
Right.
You know what I
It
mean?
is
It's
there.
relevant.
It exists.
And I think that we can do more than what we have been doing. Everybody can implement change in their own way,
Mm-hmm.
and we can support everybody's different way of implementing that change and
Right.
unifying, not be combative with each other, unify, not divide,
Mm-hmm.
and motivate and elevate each other.
For sure.
And everybody come together, no matter race, gender, whatever, beliefs, just come together because the common goal should be peace, love,
Mhm.
unity.
Yeah,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? I'm trying to be
Man,
smiling.
you trying to embody Chadwick
The
over here.
vibe
You
is
sound just
good.
like it. The
The
good vibe, brother.
is good. I love it.
Yeah, it's
I love it.
beautiful.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite scenes from the movie that Chadwick did? Did you guys have anything that was?
Killmonger?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the best one.
see.
Yeah. See, exactly. That's the African American part right there.
And
Yeah.
you just think about it though, like there's a lot of kids walking in his shoes.
Of
like,
course,
you
definitely.
took my father. My father wasn't here for me. Y'all left me out stranded.
Right, that's the story.
And it's very common, and in the minority community
Mm-hmm.
to be fatherless. But may I say that when I see a gentleman being a good father and sticking around and showing their kid love, man, it's not much better.
It's not much better. It's
Even
beautiful.
even to see a good mom, because we have
Of
issues on
course.
that side
Of
too.
course.
But I honestly feel for him, because I'm like, yo, if my family would have left me out to dry like that completely,
For sure.
There'd be some beef, right?
There'd be some beef. There'd be
you
some problems,
retaliate,
right?
and
Right.
you experience those things in real life where you feel like blocked or
Blocked him.
sheltered,
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
or you don't have access to the things you need. It's like dang, but somebody really could help me, and they
Exactly.
choosing not to. So for him to come back with a whole plan, put all that work in, and be so determined,
Yeah, man.
I mean, you got some underlying things that you could take from there. Nobody
Yeah.
want to see Chadwick go, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? But you got some underlines like, yo, you gotta be resilient, determined.
Determined
He had a
everything.
plan, like,
Yeah, man.
and he could have done it a different way.
Yeah.
Could have done it a different way, but this is the way he chose.
But he
and
chose the
stuck by
way.
it.
Yeah.
And you gotta, and sometimes in the midst of bad times, you gotta honor and really give credit.
Of course.
Credit
You got to also just give him respect as a man, too, that he picked what he picked. Yeah.
And did it the way he did it.
Did it the way he
that was
did
it.
crazy.
Yeah,
For sure. But, yo, to answer that question for me,
Yeah.
it was probably same as you when he went to go see his father. When he went to that savannah and everything, and he saw his father
The first time, right?
the first time he
Yeah.
saw the other kings, and he just got that reminder that, yo, you are also a king. You know what I mean? This is your time now. It's time for you to like move
That part
on,
was
stand
good.
tall.
That
You know
part
what I
was
mean?
good. That
Yeah.
was a good part.
Yeah, I remember tearing up when I saw that part.
Yeah,
it's
that
beautiful.
that was definitely like you had mentioned. That for me
course.
was probably one of my favorite, if not favorite, then most impactful,
Yeah.
scene when the first time when he sees his father. I like the conversation that they have. It was the conversation, about becoming king, and Chadwick's character was saying, that he didn't think he was ready
No,
and
exactly.
whatnot.
Exactly.
But what he really meant was that he wasn't ready or prepared to go at it or be king, without his pops
That's
being
pop-
there.
yeah, without him blessing him,
know?
saying, "You got this." Yeah.
Like I feel that,
Yeah,
I understand that. Like I lost, I don't want to go into a big rant about it or anything, but like, I lost my pops in 2016.
Man, rest in peace.
And so like I feel that, you know what I'm saying? Like thinking you have someone, that positive person, that motivator, by your side, and then when it's gone, you're a little lost.
You're a little lost.
You
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
really know how to go at it because you haven't had to yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's all new.
Yeah, that's why that scene was amazing, because you could see how he was walking. He was walking slowly. He was tense. He didn't know what to, he didn't want to come to terms with that fact that he was gone. So
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
advice that his father had said. Said that you're going to struggle, so surround yourself with people you trust.
exactly, exactly.
I think that's huge.
That's
Yeah,
deep.
man.
That's deep.
Yeah,
Because
man.
you need that support. And from experience, me being an open person, always giving people the opportunity to earn my trust. And 9 times out of 10, I like you, man. I'm very sacrificial. Like I just
course.
become like, because I believe everybody has good intentions.
Damn, you give of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good and bad.
Yeah.
It's not
all right.
something you always proud of because of some things because of how some things go.
Right.
But you just naturally have to just allow people that opportunity. Show them that you're patient. Show them that you're about them. Allow them to really show their true self. Because a lot of times we start to judge people and then jump to a conclusion that this person is good, but you didn't ask the right questions. You don't know this person's intentions. Everybody has seen something different, experienced something different. So it's like, you be a little cautious now. That's one thing I have learned. I got to be a little bit cautious because up here, I'm wide open. I'm like, coming home like, Queen, this person is great at the job, da da da. But not to mention that I was blinded by my own way of moving and not trying to just accepting everything that I had on the front end. And not really doing my homework and like, oh, this individual has these kind of intentions, and that come by being patient with the relationship, allowing the relationship to mature.
Right.
And for me, I always like we cool, like you ain't do nothing to me. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know you until
Right.
now. So
Right.
we cool. So it's good and bad. It's good and bad though. But just be patient with that and earn trust. Don't give it.
Don't give it. Yeah.
Mhm.
I hear you.
Right. So lastly, one more thing, one more quote from that movie or that scene, that was, one of my favorites was, one last thing that, Chadwick's father had said to him was that, it's hard for a good man to be king. Do you guys agree with that statement?
Completely.
Not so much. You don't
100%.
even have to, use it as king. We could go back to talking about how, it's is it valid to say that it's hard for a good man to be a leader?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
Would it
mean,
be-
it's coming from the angle of like, as a leader, you have that much power.
Yes, sir.
So you can definitely use it for evil or use it for a negative end. So that's part of what he's saying. But at the same time, it's also the issue of like taking in the full scope of being a leader of people.
Sir.
Yeah, like leading other people is definitely difficult because it's a lot to carry. So, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes, sir. I everything he said, I agree
Yeah.
with. And I think that when it comes to being a king, and I always say you don't truly have a king without a queen.
Of course.
And that's a different.
He ain't had a queen in that movie.
Yeah, well, shoot.
Yeah.
Right. Some way,
Exactly.
somehow that happened. But
Yeah, somehow.
so with that understanding, didn't I thought he did though?
Well, I mean, he had somebody that liked him, but she
At the
wasn't.
end,
she
yeah,
wasn't queen
she
level
wasn't-
yet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
She wasn't. I guess they didn't portray her role
Yeah.
Right till the end.
to
Till
that
the
end.
end,
But yeah. So I just think that as a king, we got to realize that we have a deeper responsibility than control. You have to teach and pass on, so that way, whatever it is that you desire to be the foundation, you have to make sure that you instill that and put the nail in that, so that way it continues to be passed on, and that's how you continue to be remembered.
Right.
And you do that by always being considerate of not just yourself but of everyone, or being as rational
Right.
as you can in these situations when you got to make decisions. And I think that a lot of people when we trying to, like, everybody wants control and power, of some form of control and power, whether that's in their home or whether that's at work. But we got to understand that nothing gets done on the solo.
Right.
You still need a team.
You still need the team,
You
even putting the team together.
And some people are like, yeah, I did it all by myself.
Yeah, there you go.
Somewhere along the line, somebody said something, did something to you to influence those decisions that push you down that path.
Right.
Yes, you may have been the one tangent, like physically going out there typing, doing whatever, making the sales, but there was something that influenced you that pushed you down that path.
For sure.
Whatever. And a lot of times we overlook that. So yeah.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful. It's powerful. Yeah,
Well, that was good. And, Nate, we've taken up a lot of your time.
for sure.
We
Good,
appreciate, like
appreciate
we
it.
said, we really thank you for
Definitely
taking the
appreciate
time,
it.
taking the trip to come and being a part of this
for
first
having me, man.
episode.
Yeah, man.
It
Thanks for
means a
that.
lot to me.
It means a lot too. Yeah,
You know.
for sure.
Me too.
Yeah,
So-
it means a lot. And now the people know. The audience know a little bit more about
Absolutely.
you.
The ViciousOne
Yeah.
program, that is a huge shout that out. Do you want to shout out your...
Yeah, so ViciousOne, like I said, is more than fitness, it's a mentality. Can be reached on Instagram at IK Mr. Nice Guy. So IK _ Mr. _ Nice Guy. Also can be found on Instagram at V1 Mentality. All right. And then I have emails and everything like that, but I'd rather you follow me on them pages, so that
For
way
sure.
you get a little bit more
It's a little bit easier that way.
visual of me. I don't have nothing to hide. And this was truly a blessing, truly grateful for the opportunity. I know I left out a lot of people I wanted to talk about and mention in this.
You can always mention them right here. Drop the line if you
Mom,
want to.
Pop.
There you go.
There you
Grandma.
go. Shout out everybody.
Shout out to everybody back home in Philly.
Bless.
Thank you to my aunts, cousins.
Yeah, man, they brought you to this point.
Yeah. My aunt Joy, we do this thing where we text every morning. She sends me something every day. She sends me a quote.
Oh, word.
in a picture.
That's
and
special.
Yeah,
every
that's
single
special.
day. And the one thing I told her was that no matter what I do, I'm not walking into anything as if it's just Nate walking through the doors. I carry a piece of everybody with me to assure that my family, not only me, but my family, my friends, and everybody that I love and hold dearly gets a chance to shine. So no matter what it is I do, no matter how short of an interaction we have had, no matter what it was, I'm a student of life. I done picked something up from you. I'm talking to my friends, family, people who are enemies now. I done picked something up from you. I carry it with me,
sure.
and it still continues to make me resilient. Still continues to push me each and every day, and still continues to give me a reason to breathe and try to breathe and make sure I'm doing what I need to do to just be the best and make people better. Man.
Yeah, man.
So,
That's awesome. So all listeners, look up the ViciousOne program.
For sure.
Look Nate
Take
up.
part of it.
Follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Holla at him.
Get on with some of these workout programs.
Sure.
They'll only benefit you.
Yeah,
You
feel
know?
free to ask him questions. The way we were asking him questions, ask him.
Yeah, man,
You
it'd
know?
be cool, man.
Yeah.
And it's not. Please don't feel judged. Please don't
Right.
look down on yourself.
For sure.
I may be all cut up and whatever people may see in me, but I'm still humble to the fact that there's still more work that I got to do.
There's more work to do.
I'm not the
Yeah,
standard, and I don't want to be the standard. What I want to be is the inspiration,
for sure.
and I want to truly help people. So if you desire any type of real help, man, like just reach out, and I'm gonna do my best to assure that I help you.
That's beautiful, bro.
That
That's
is-
beautiful.
that's
Help
awesome.
out anyway.
That's awesome. We also want to remind our listeners that they can get in contact with Timothy or myself if there's any topics that
That may interest you.
that you'd like for us to talk about or discuss. Let us know. Once again, you can follow us on Anchor, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, give us the 5-star rating. Real quick, another special thank you to our editor Deirdre.
Yes, thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, Deirdre.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
And
She's going to put it together for us.
you want to shout out where they can get at you at? Your
So
social media?
I have only a couple. So the first one is the Instagram is Tunde, TUNDE 2017. I need to be a little bit better about Instagram. So this is going to be the beginning of it.
It's all
And
good.
also on Twitter, it's called Retro Show. So
Okay.
yeah, I love the retro gaming, so I'm all about it. But you can holler at me there too.
All right.
I'll entertain everything, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
And everyone can find me at Josh Toth3. That's my Instagram. And let's see, my Facebook is Joshua Toth3.
There you go.
I believe. I haven't checked that in a while.
Run it back, yeah.
So that was awesome. Like I said, Nate, thank you.
Yeah,
We appreciate
thanks,
it.
Nate. Thanks, bro. It's just great seeing the legend today, man.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it was awesome.
Legend,
Like I
beautiful.
said.
You got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, man. One day at a time.
And lastly, we just want to give a quick shout out real quick to all the people that have shown love and helped and supported
thank
us
you,
in
everybody.
some way of getting us up and going.
For sure.
We see you and we love you.
Yeah,
You know,
we love you.
we,
Thank you for bringing us to this
Thank
point.
you for everything. So I guess that's it, my
That's
man.
it.
Episode 1.
Episode 1 in the
It's
books,
a wrap.
brother.
I
That's a
guess
good job,
we'll
bro.
I'll see you next week, my
Yeah,
man.
we'll see you next week.
All
Peace.
right. Peace.